Don't be blurry. Come on, don't be blurry. Is it blurry? Well, I think that's better. Hi everyone, it's Lynette with Charmed Grammy Crochet, and again, welcome to the Coke bottle room. It is blurry, isn't it? Are you blurry? No, or maybe not. Maybe if I'm going to sit back that far, I need to have my glasses on. I hate filming with my glasses on because my ring light shines in there. You don't care about that. But anyway, welcome to the Coke bottle room, and this video I do believe is going to come out. This is Thursday. This video will probably come out Friday or Monday. Friday or Saturday. Just on a quick note. We are packing for vacation. We're going to go spend Labor Day week at the campground. So when I film at the campground, I can't add music to my videos because I don't have any internet there. I do it all on my phone. And I don't know how on YouTube, you have to go into YouTube Studio to upload your videos. On my laptop, there's music to add. On my, if it's their approved music, so I don't have to worry about copyrights and getting strikes and all that stuff. So I just use what music I can find on their YouTube Studio, so I know that I'm safe. And otherwise, it's not music that I would pick. I have to tell you that. But I look for what nobody else is using that I know I'm going to be safe with. So anyway, that's a whole different thing. But I don't know how many videos I'll be able to get out when I'm there because I don't really know what we'll be doing. And I don't get to add music when I'm there. And I like to add music to my little video clip at the beginning. And if I'm showing pictures or whatever, it's nice to, have the background music. Since I can't seem to figure out how that talkover thing goes very well. So anyway, why are we here today? We're here today because I wanted to just do a little catch up on what I'm making. First of all, if you know about the Boggy Creek blankets and the Double Duck Dare challenge for all of that. Well, when Laura issued that hashtag Double Duck Dare, Laura from Mimi's Crochet and Farming, everybody, she double duck or double dog challenges people all the time. Double dog dare, double dog dare, double dog dare. Make people do things that they don't necessarily want to do, or just to add some fun and excitement and encouragement along the way. Well, Jan, an Alaskan crafter, she challenged Laura. It's not a dare challenge, it's just a challenge. She challenged Laura from Mimi's Crochet and Farming to make a blanket. Laura says, it takes her 100 years to make a blanket. So Jan picked out 4 different blanket patterns. One from Ophelia, whose last name I won't even begin to tell you. 1 from Fiber Spider and 2 from Bag O' Day. You get to pick one of the 4. You have to start between September 1st and September 30th. You have to make the blanket. It's a Boggy Creek size blanket, so it's 35 to 40 inches wide, 40 to 50 inches long. So you'll have to adjust the pattern, to that size. And the patterns that she picked have like a stained glass kind of look to them. So you get to pick one of those patterns and you make the blanket during that parameter. You send the blanket in. By the last day of September, you have to send Jan a picture of your completed blanket, and then she will enter you into a drawing for a $50 gift card. So not a bad prize. You get to pick what you want then. Do you need storage bins? Do you want yarn? Do you want a ring light? Whatever. You get to pick what you want, which I love the gift card idea. And that's usually what I do for giveaways because you get to pick what you want and then there's no shipping, there's no customs, it's easy on both ends. So that being said, I have picked out my pattern that I'm going to do and I will put it here. I'm doing the Bag O' Day Polychromatic, I think is what she calls it. I don't know the pattern number, but I will link it in the video, but I will put a picture of it here, and I will show you the yarns that I'm using. So they're in bags, because you know I keep my yarn in bags, so don't mind the crinkle for a minute. But this is going to be what would be on a stained glass window, the black. I am using this color. This, and I don't know how much I'm going to need, but I have, as you can see, a few skeins of this. This one is cream, and it is Big Twist. It really is called cream. I have a small project bag already set up. I'm going to use a 6mm hook. And I need to get this out because I'm packing this stuff to take with me to the camper for the week. I'm taking this blanket. I am taking, well, I'll show you another project that I'm going to show you here in a second. And my 2 knit blankets. I know I'm taking that, which is probably way more than I need to bring. But I might bring more than that, because I always bring way more than I need. Because I'm like, what if I run out of, what if I get done? Well, I haven't even started this blanket, so I'm not going to get done with it in a week. Not while I'm working on other projects and doing other things, because we're at the campground, right? But I had the girls in Zoom with me when I was picking out the yarn for this Polychromatic Blanket. For the I don't even know what she called the challenge. She just challenged her and all the rest of us. So I don't want to be in for the gift card. I mean, who doesn't want a gift card? But I generally don't enter the giveaways. I participate, but I don't enter. So this is going to be what would be the black part of the blanket, because they said do something for a boy, you know, specifically boyish colors, because all the blankets tend to have lots of pink in them. At least that's what we feel like. Oh, these are a lot of girl blankets. These are a lot of girl blankets. So we picked out for a variegated, this is Dreamweaver yarn, and we picked out this. It's like a camo, but brown camo. So together, I think they look really good. And like I said, I have a small project bag already set up, because I'm going to crochet, I think, on that in the car tomorrow on our way down, because that'll be the first. And it's an hour's drive, so I can probably get a good start. The pattern is a 8-row repeat. But I don't think it's going to, I'm going to, you know, write down as I go. That's how I do when there's a big repeat of pattern. You know, but I can't, a 2-row repeat I can tend to remember. Oh, and I'm taking my Pamela's too. So that's plenty of projects, right? It's 2 knit blankets. It's this Double Dog Dare blanket. It's the shawl. And it's going to be this. Let me show you this. This is the other thing I'm taking, and it's 4 projects, because remember I made the blankets for the girls, for Chloe, and you just saw that video a couple of videos ago. By the time this one comes out, they loved the blankets. Well, I bought double the amount of yarn that I needed, because originally I thought I was going to make the blankets simply all the Red Heart Super Saver ombre, and I figured I would need 4 skeins. Well, then when I doubled up and did 1 strand of white and 1 strand of the ombre, then I only used half as much of the ombre as I thought I was going to use. So I was pretty close with the 4 if I just did the blanket in that way. But anyway, to say the least, I have at least thereabouts 2 skeins of each color left. I did go into a 3rd skein on some of them. The pink one I didn't even use 2 skeins, so I don't understand what happened there. But I had this extra yarn, and I'm like, maybe I should make something to go with it, but maybe it's too much. I don't know. And a lot of people suggested a poof, which I totally love that idea. But my husband said, why don't you make her a bag? Make them bags like you made Chloe's last year. Chloe loves the bag. This is my bag that I made as to go with Chloe's bag. I mean, just because I enjoyed doing it. and it's 9 little granny squares, and this is made out of comfy cotton. So it doesn't have a lot of stretch, and I did line it, which I did a terrible job, so we're not even going to talk about that. But it doesn't have a lot of stretch anyway because it's comfy cotton. But the girls' blankets, you know, were made out of acrylic, and they would stretch for this size bag is perfect for Chloe's laptop. It fits in here perfectly, and she can put her laptop in a binder or a folder, or, you know, two, and she carries it around at school all the time, and she loves it. Hers is in, I think it's mostly this color. The colors are a little different, but I did a second one because at the beginning of the year I had this grand idea that I would give Christmas gifts in crocheted and sewn bags, and then I picked up a second job and I didn't have time for that anymore. I still want to do that, and when Roy has his surgery, I'm going to do some more sewing, because I'm going to be here with him for quite a bit of time. And and I'm really, I mean, I'm going to practice at retirement again. This is what it's going to be like to be retired, and I'm really looking forward to that. I mean, I'm not looking forward to him having surgery and all that, but I'm looking forward to the, like, this is how it'll be kind of when you're retired life. So anyway, based on where, you know, this, I think it feels like there's something in there. No. Based on this, this size, which is about a 12-inch square, even though I have 9 little squares, I decided that I'm going to use the Ombre Super Saver acrylic yarn and add, instead of white acrylic, I have white, like Premier Home cotton, and I have some Crafter's Secret cotton on those spools. So I decided that I would use that as the white to go with it, and they'll match the blankets. Not that they're taking their blankets anywhere, but I thought that's what I'm going to do. So my first thought, I started with the purple, and I did one big square. I did not weave in this end, but I couldn't decide. I knew I wasn't going to do 9 little squares because it's thicker. I think the comfy cotton is a 3 weight, and this is going to be more like a 5 or a 6 with the 2 held together, 2 4 weights held together. Even though they're both a thinner 4 weight, the cotton, they say that's a 4 weight, but I think it's kind of thinner. And then but they are the same size, pretty much the same size, these 2 yarns. But anyway, it's thicker. And it wasn't ombreing. Like when I got to, it wasn't ombreing, and I didn't want solids. So I still got a solid, but I thought, okay, I'm going to do, maybe I'll just do one big square on each side, but it didn't ombre enough then either. So I wasn't real happy with it. But if I have this as like the back, less ends to sew in, goes so much faster, then I thought I would do 4 individual squares for the front, like that. So I have two of them done, almost 3, and they're all pretty much staying in the dark. I cut my finger. In the dark colors, but this one's got some lighter in it. You know, it's not quite as dark, you can see. So hopefully I'll go back to, in the next 2 squares, get some more of the lighter, and then we'll just see how we're going to put them in there together. But then I'm going to join them with the solid, because if you remember, the blankets were trimmed in a solid color that I held 2 together, but I'm going to have to hold the solid with the cotton, because that's what's going to make the handle as well. And I want the handle to be not stretchy, you know. So the cotton is going to go in there, but I'm going to use the solid color that I had bordered the blankets in to sew them together to make, like I did a little bit of a top, you know, and made the handle. So that's going to be in the solid colors. And so that's what this is looking like. This is the first one. I made all of this yesterday while on Zoom. and I picked out my other yarn for the challenge blanket and zoomed and ate ice cream. And it's going really quick because I did a lot of this and I crocheted on my knit blanket, I think. So I got a lot of crocheting done. Like, these will be quick to work up. And then if I decide to make the puff, we'll see how much of the yarns I have left to make the puff. I'm not as excited about it as I was. So I don't know if I'll make the puff or not, but I'm really excited about these. So I stuck them in this blanket, in this bag. I pulled the bag out so that I could see size and, oh yeah, I can show you. So, you know, I used the variegated here to make a little bit of a, I don't know, border, I guess, on the top. And so that's, and then the handles, and they don't have very much. There's a little bit of give, but not much. This handle will be thicker, and it won't, like, this is kind of curling in, and I don't think I'll get that problem so much with this, because it's going to be a lot thicker. But when you wear it, you know, it doesn't matter. You put it on your shoulder and it's all good. So anyway, I had to pull this out so that I could use my pattern, you know, for sizing and stuff. I wanted to have an idea because I know that this fits Chloe's laptop, so I'm sure their laptops are probably all within the same size bracket range. And I think they'll enjoy it, and I think they'll find it fun for carrying their laptops in. So it's just going to be a laptop kind of messenger bag. I'm not going to have buttons made for it or anything like that. Chloe didn't want it closable because I had talked to her about it, you know, when I made hers, to maybe put a little, like, wooden button. A wooden button would look really great on this. And she's like, no, just line it, you know, so her pencils don't fall out. So I will line them. The idea, I think, is that I'm going to give them to them for Christmas, but they'll be going away for Christmas, so I have to have them done before that. You know, they'll all go home for Christmas. But I think that we'll do a little Christmas party with the girls before they leave, and I will give them their bags. And if I have the poof done anytime before then, I will give them that, if indeed I do it. I may not. I think I probably will, but I'm not going to kill myself with time with all the Boggy Creek blankets and Roy and his surgery, and I need to get this room organized for him. I really thought I would get a lot of this yarn out of here yesterday and today, and I have not moved one skein other than what I took downstairs for other crochet projects to take with me this weekend. It'll get done. I know it will. It will. So this video ended up being a lot longer than I anticipated. I'm really sorry about that. But that's what I have for you today. And I filmed another video today that'll come out probably in another day or two. I tested a pattern and so I made that video today so I don't have to take that project with me. And I can have it all edited and stuff on my laptop while I still have internet service, because I don't have that at the campground. So anyway, that's all I have for you right now. The next videos that come out will be probably filmed at the camper. And I know you guys like that. We are going, just real quick, my husband says, I do like the Columbo thing. Oh, one more thing, and I never say goodbye. We are going, my friend and I don't know if Roy, and I know I'm planning on going, and one of my friends is planning on going. I don't know if the guys are going to go. It's not through the campground, but they're in the area. There is a ski show where they practice on Chippewa Lake. If you've ever heard of that, I don't know. But they practice on Chippewa Lake, and so they are practicing on Sunday, I think. And anyway, my friend and I are going. It's free. You just pull up a lawn chair and you can watch them practice. And so I will take video if there's no music. Otherwise, I'll just take pictures and show you what that was like. Uh, the weather is supposed to be really hot though, so um, I hope we can handle it. I think it's supposed to be near 90, and so you're going to be in a lake, and it's going to be, sun bearing down on you. And we don't deal with that all so well sometimes. But that's the plan, is that we're gonna go and watch them practice for a while. I don't know if there's gonna be like a whole fair kind of thing because it's the holiday weekend. Um, but that is part of the plan for our vacation week, is that we're gonna go watch them. I'm very excited to see them. They do the pyramids and whatever, but it's a practice thing, so that'll be cool to see how they practice too. Not just, the finished show, but the whole practice thing. So that is one thing we're planning. My friend does a lot of planning for us while we're on vacation at the camper. So that's nice. There was something else going on this weekend, and I don't know if we're going to have time for it, but it's at a place called Hale Farm and Village, and they're having like a festival. In Hale Farm, the village is an old time farm, back from like pre-electricity, and they set it up like an old time village on that farm. They have glass blowing, they have a blacksmith, they have kids games, they have making yarn, where they're actually taking the um, straw to make linen. I've seen them do that, and the sheep's thread. So they use the cards and card it, and then they spin it, and they put it on a loom, and they, whatever. They do the dyeing. You can see the whole process. It's really quite cool. They have a brick maker. I guess they just do clay. I don't know, but you can see the bricks drying, and then they do pottery and a broom maker, and then you can buy the finish. Like they make all of these things, and they do this all summer long, and then they sell them in the store. The stuff that they've made, and the people are dressed in period costume, but they're having a festival there this weekend. I think it's this weekend. I don't know. I was searching what's to do next week at like 2 in the morning this morning, when I was trying to fall asleep. So I'm pretty sure it's the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, and then the ski show is on the 4th. So anyway, they're having a festival, and I kind of want to go, but I haven't talked to anybody, including Roy, about doing that. So maybe we will do that, and then I will take video there, particularly of the yarn making. They do everything from shearing the sheep, and I know they had some kind of straw, or maybe it was linen, something that was like a straw, and they had to like beat it and get the fibers off of it, and then they carded it and they dyed it, and they used flower colors to dye it. It was just, I remember that very cool. Well, obviously not real plainly. It's been a long time. My kids used to go there for school trips. So anyway, if we get to go there, if I get to make it there, I will take some video and pictures there as well, and try to put that together for you. So that's now for sure what I have to say for today. Yeah, right. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.